What do you say?
Hi, I'm Jay West from BND News, and we're here making a special trip to John Gay Road, where the alleged hauntings took place on November 27th, exactly 2 weeks ago to the day. We've just arrived at number 2 John Gay Road, where we're expected by Mr. Mike himself. We've planned an interview with the man, and we hope to get to the bottom of the alleged hauntings that took place a couple of weeks ago.
Hello?
Mike himself?
Yes, it's me. How you
Hey,
doing?
Jay West, BND
Yes.
News. We're here to have the interview with you.
Sure, you want to come in?
Brilliant, yeah, thank you. Hi, we're in now at Mike himself's house, and I'd like to say on behalf of BND again, thank you for letting us in and having this interview. I know it was a lot of options you could have taken and you took us, so thank you. Start off by saying, like, what actually happened, Mike?
Well, what actually happened was 3 a.m. on the 2 weeks ago. I was on my computer typing away, just talking with friends online, just downloading things, whichever you would online.
Yeah, it's like.
And out of nowhere, sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah. I said out of nowhere, I hear this like loud knock, like a bit louder on a door, so to speak. I thought, and I go in to my dad's room, which is next to my bedroom. I go, Dad, and he's asleep. And as soon as I sit back down, I hear it again, and I'm like, and I knew that wasn't me and my dad. So I then basically go out of the house, and I finally enough called the police,
Yeah.
and they come up. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to do. I mean, it was half three in the morning, whichever, and they came up, and they look around, torches like I think burglary was like, back door locked, front door locked. Yeah, they were locked, blah blah blah, to get access up. And I thought, and I was walking outside to one of the officers, and my dad's lamp gets turned on. Pardon me.
No, please go on.
And he is asleep. One time I thought, oh, he's woken up, early-ish. He always gets up like between 3 and 5 in the morning,
Yeah.
that sort of period.
Yeah.
I go upstairs, that light's on, wake him up, Dad. So sometimes he wakes up, did you turn the light on? He goes, no, but I buggered. Like, it's weird. I thought, oh, I must have been out or whatever. So I go back in, I hear it further, fuck it, I'm at the house. So basically, I went to the hospital, thought nowhere else to sleep, I'm not in the house for that night, no way. So I went to the Northampton Hospital, had a bed there for the night in A&E. And basically, I had a 2 to 3 hours sleep, I couldn't get much sleep, took some blood tests and so on, and in about 9 o'clock in the morning or so, or 8 o'clock, they said, oh, let's get some psychiatrists, meet at the hospital. Oh my god, no, I don't need this here. And that came along. Before that, they gave me some breakfast, some cornflakes, something like that, and a cup of tea. And then 9, half, I think it's 20 to 9, 3 of them, there's 2 females, 1 male. I can't remember the names. And they was telling about what's been happening out there, and about me, my girlfriend, my friends, what to do for work, and all the rest out there.
Yes.
And said what's been going on. Said you best went to see the priest. Which was one. It was one down off of Summerland Street. Went down there. I suppose he was a retired priest. So basically, when I saw that priest, he gave me a blessing. I felt good after that there. And I was determined to speak to the priest. I think on that day or the day after of coming back to the hospital, the day after the first initial mishaps, basically I contacted Michael Pearson, I think his name is, lives down not the garages but that road there in the vicarage. He's came 3 times. I think it's 2 to 3 days after the initial mishap. I sat here, Michael was here and another guy was here, and I gave this prayer, and I was like on the seat, like kind of legs folded out there, and did this prayer, and I felt so uplifted, and I felt like, myself in that there.
Yeah.
And basically it was starting me getting back on the right light and follow the light and Jesus, etc, etc. And a few things happened, like again the bedroom, the knock again, and I'm thinking, and there's got a few times where I hear I'm in bed, I'm like that. And for about a week plus, I've been like not going to bed till 7, 8 in the morning, because I've been thinking I'm not freaked out by that there.
Yeah. So did you see a doctor about this?
I went down to see Dr. Hooper. She said, oh, you're fine, go. and that I was pissed off because I mean that going on that there. Then I saw Dr. I think it was Dr. Brown. I told him about that. There, he gave me these tablets, propranolol. But he found there, and he gave me those there to take, which is to calm, which I've got anxiety for that reason, which I've now been calm with, and it's keeping me more sane, so to speak, without everything being out of control. And I mean, it's been going on for a week, like here knocking at there. A few times, like I've come home the other I think it was last week before. The kitchen light was on. I was like, just going there and looked through the door. You see the light on. I thought, did I turn it off? Then again, when I went to like biking, I'll put it in here because the shed's dark at night and so and such. I turned the landing light on. I come in here, she's going up there, and I go back there, and the light's off. I'm like,
my God.
Yeah, I mean, what was I exposed to in February was my friend Ian Leeming and myself, with my then girlfriend Laura Robson, Marcus Laura's brother, and Mark, who got possessed by the spirit, and this would be on a sharp knife edge. I can call it. This is where I got so scared because of what happened here, where basically we were sitting down. We were still. Well, I had a couple of drinks, not get too completely pissed. I had two free cans or whichever.
Yeah.
I remember Laura was sitting on a free pit over. Laura's here. I'm here, and Ian's here, and Mark's like coming in the spirit, like being friend like there, up for your stuff, no. And his arm goes like I see it all the way up, and you hear him go, and it's real. And also he goes backwards, and on his side, and he turns purple, blue, and all of a sudden, and he can, because this spirit was basically choking him. And when he came through about another 2-3 minutes, whichever after.
Really?
When he was possessed, it put me on right on knife edge. I mean, when he came through, his breathing was like, and real heavy. I can't describe it because he suffers fits, I think, asthma as well. It was like real heavy breathing. He had to be taken to hospital. I can go because I wasn't room in Marcus's car. He was given the ECG for heart trace, the blood test, a lot of it. And it put me on knife edge, and basically and again, like Mark's eyes, when you go to enter him out there, his eye, you go back like seeing his eyes just, I can't describe that. It's just seeing that visual of that there.
Yes.
Just scares me. When we're having here, be like thinking this knocking here, me being possessed. Well, fuck yes. And I talked to one of my friends online. I can't remember her name, but she's a goth girl. She knows this sort of thing. So it's not a demon. She said it might be your mum or contacted with me. Could be because a friend of mine, Don. He basically, we had to talk. He's like spiritual something. He's got his blood in him. He said that I think it was about a month 6 weeks ago. He said you'll be next 2 weeks. Next 2 weeks or so, you become more strong in yourself and more in self-belief. And he said, you know, he knew I missed my mom. I said stuff that he didn't know about her. And basically, he said you'll feel cold. I went cold from head to toe. I was like freaked out about that there. And he said that your mum doesn't want you to make a mistake or to go wrong. She said for you to protect you. And she said it may be her, I don't know, or maybe Don might have opened the gate to whatever. And he was right of me being a new thing, like my girlfriend Jolene, who I love to fucking death, and what she's been through is like, she didn't believe it in that way, but I mean, all the sleepless nights and all this, and it's all there. I mean, Linda said it could be he might have opened the gate or something followed me home. But I don't know that story there.
What, sorry to cut you off. But,
sorry, don't worry. You can talk.
Gate? What's this gate talk?
Well, basically a gate, I mean, you can, if you do a seance or if you want to read the words without not touch, you open a gate to the spirit world, and it's dangerous. I mean, it's a side where I actually possibly opened back then because I was doing some seances with Ian out there, like speaking to them and like, well, not for two. I mean, I would explain some of the other stuff, what Adam did and what happened, but I can't go in detail there because if I get their permission, that can, because, I mean, in my own eyes, I mean, I'm not one to tell a bullshit lie
Yes, I can understand that.
because, I mean, I'm someone who is an asshole who tells the truth, but what they people hate to hear and what is the brutal truth.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the stuff what I've seen is like, say you're possessed in one way, and in some ways it's good, but all the evil spirits, they're the ones you go, no way. I mean, you open the door to the demon, they'll be nice to you. They'll give you gifts, all the rest, and they get, and at that last moment, bang, they got you. I would not mess with that level in no circumstances.
So, religion plays a big part in
Well, it does
how
now.
this has all come about.
It does
then.
now because, I mean, my friend Peter said to me a few months ago I had an evil streak in me, which I believe I did. And I spoke to
What did you mean,
I was
evil
all
streak?
there's something evil nasty in me. I can't really all the rest of it out there.
Right.
Just something in me.
Yeah.
And I saw I think his name's James, but he's a white witch, which probably was bad. He said did this meditation out of the deep breathe, and it was I breathed real heavy. And it was like making my heart pound right there, and you know, it's not chasing me like not really like a cardiac sort of thing, just like just breathing out there. But it was good, and I felt I felt lifted, and I had a white glow around my body, and that helped me and made me more calmer in myself. And Michael, the priest, lives down the road there. He said that may be something there, but he is not too sure. So I said to him that I want to basically become born again Christian, basically go for the God says again. And he's helped as much as he could, but he didn't. I mean, he did another prayer. He weighed evil when he at the top of the stairs, and that's since he did this prayer, he weighed all evil, and I can't remember the word by word. And that's from there on. I've not heard the knocks or whatever. So that's basically stopped that there.
That's good.
But I was still too disconcerted. I thought, so I really need to see this priest, and I spoke to him mid the week where it happened. Then he was busy, and he came up last Thursday, I believe, and he said to get some water in the jug. We sat in the front room there, did a prayer. We had a passage from I'm not sure which part of the Bible, but did say the Lord's Prayer of our hearts in heaven, that there. And he had in the jug, he blessed the water in the jug, how every room like flicked over the walls and that there, and every room in the house. Apart from my dad's room, he did a little bit like, you know, just like open the door, flip there. And I mean, basically, I mean,
Did you feel a relief when the water?
I did feel
when he
relief.
left?
It felt like
Feel different,
It felt
the
like
house
it
felt
felt like yeah, the house did feel real different. It was more. It was like new, it was fresh, it was like boom.
Good.
I mean, going back, Michael did come up with a little brown cloth which is on the bedroom wall where my TV is,
Right.
and the few things he did say was, "Did Jesus protect me and may your angels guard me?" One of the quotes, and there's another one which I can't recall, and that has helped. I mean, since of course what minutes of Mark being possessed, and I thought this here, I thought no, because my dad, you know, he don't know what it is. I mean, he's 60. I mean, I know because I've been young. I know that sort of thing. It's like, So basically, I thought, right, see the light, and go for become born again Christian as much as I could. Keep all the evil out. That's what I've done, and I mean, I don't know how this got here. Maybe something. I mean, Michael was saying about reading your star signs or something, or tarot cards. He said, "Did you read your boards?" Hell no. Fuck no. You open that gate. That's it. You can.
Yeah.
I'm saying the one here. That gate's there. That was something that just. Away.
Yes. Well, we've seen The Exorcist, haven't we? And a lot
Well,
of
yes. I
papers-
mean I can't remember the priest's name. He came up out there, nice guy, with glasses, the black hair. So he came up there and did me a blessing, all sorts.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a great help because the house felt more fresh, it felt more blossomed, and basically,
Yes.
I mean, I feel new me because I thought,
I was going to say, I mean, a lot of people have been basing comparisons on the film The Exorcist, on
yes,
events that happen in that film where you see a young girl getting possessed by the devil,
Yes,
and
and,
actually disfigured, changing her look,
yeah.
her voice going. I mean, I don't
I
think
mean,
it was as bad as that,
No.
but
I mean, this wasn't really, I mean, don't go that far, like Mark, this spirit when he got possessed tried talking through him like this husky, like, but Mark was fighting it. And
So
I mean,
how? So this Michael,
his name's Mark. I mean, I rarely see him, but I mean,
and he's been possessed. So
I mean, I've only seen it once, and I've only seen it a few times. And like, the first time was like, as I said, like he got like his ear and hear, and he was doing choke, and he went completely purple. He had a fit. Dangerous for those, and he was saying, "Get out, your spirit,
He was
get out,
saying
get
that?
out." Yeah, and I mean, the second time around was what I remember.
how
I
was he
wasn't there because me, Ian, and that had a fallout and
Right.
a lot of stuff. And Mark's jaw, I think, it made Mark's jaw like crack or a tooth pop out, whatever. But I remember a few times Mark would run for like his hair, and his eyes would like completely look at me, and looking at me, and I was doing the fridge was out, and looked at him. Horrible. I
So
mean, I
what,
can't.
he was on the floor then.
He was on the floor,
Obviously.
basically, like his head would be up, his eyes would be
Do you wanna
looking.
do maybe like a reconstruction?
Sure.
Well, Mike himself is gladly obliged to do a reconstruction of one of his friends, Mark, who was apparently possessed a few years back. So, Mike, talk us through it and show us.
Well, basically, Mark was on the floor like his hair. He was like, and you see his eyes just completely bigger and black, just staring at, and there was just no emotion there. And I was standing where Shay is there, but leaning like this on the fridge, and just seeing his the eye contact just scared me completely. I mean, something like that you can't really recollect.
Yeah, I can understand.
I mean,
It's hard to put into words. I know, Mike.
it was hard to put in words. I mean, when you think about it, when you're there at that stage, you think to yourself, well, that happens to me, like here, and I thought I was just too edgy on that side of things.
Did you think that maybe when he looked at you on the floor that maybe he passed something to you through the eyes? Maybe you saw the evil in his eyes.
Maybe you could have opened the gate there. That's a good question. I don't know.
You know, something you may not have thought of before, but maybe
I didn't
that could
actually
be a
think like that. I mean, it could
explanation into
be
some of
there.
the
I mean,
feelings inside you.
I felt it was horrible. I mean, I remember getting like my heartbeat on boom, 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 boom,
Yes.
boom, like probably a panic attack or something there. But it just opened. I don't know if that could have opened what was called the evil streak. When I told my friend Peter about where it is down Rock Park Terrace there, he knew about the spirit. He was like, and he just couldn't believe it. I mean, he said about who lived there, and I can't remember recollecting the story about that because what he said, don't have to go there again, and I didn't. When he said recently he had the house blessed, he saw like a hand on the microwave and like a little figures or so on the TV screen.
What do you mean a hand?
Mark,
Just the like
another friend of Mark Johnson, not the Mark got possessed, but he saw that.
what, cut off hand or
I
someone's
can't
hand
recall.
just leaning on the microwave?
But I mean, I think it was either on the window of the microwave or inside. I'm not too sure of
Inside
that.
the, my God, maybe like a microwave, much like that.
Much like to see about a little bit older with the dial of the twist, about the
Yeah.
spinning.
It's very much an old model, but
Yeah, very much old.
I can imagine. Oh, does it open?
It does open and spin.
Oh, yeah, I
I
see.
mean, it's for a while.
I mean, there's no possible way for a hand to be seen inside the
True.
microwave whilst it is like when it's shut. I mean,
But I mean, with spirits now, I mean,
spirits. have
ghosts
no-
can go through anything.
Yeah.
And we can't wear ghosts.
There is no walls in the spirit world.
There isn't. There.
We're gonna cut off for a little break now. I can understand.
Yeah.
This is hard for you.
It's easy, but you know.
In a minute after the break, we'll be. Well, hopefully, if you allow us, Mike, to show us around the house.
Yeah, sure, there's no problem.
Show us maybe some reconstructions,
Yeah.
maybe some of the areas where it affected it the worst. Yeah,
Yeah, brilliant.
and we'll see you after the break.
Basically, the priest when he came up, he asked me to get a jug like it's here and water when he would bless that, and he's done that there. Then after about another 5-10 minutes or so after some prayers, he started in here, went like this here, the hands water went flip, so like basically forward sprays at every corner of the house. But from in here, the dining room, I said going to the where the coats and that are, then some of the front room, then up on the stairs with it, where basically on the landing, not there, on the top, and some of the bathroom lights, flip, and the toilet.
Yes.
And my bedroom as well. Then went to my dad's, said, you know, so he just went like up there, boom, boom. And then the closet area, then my bedroom, and then another prayer in there, keep away the evil,
Yes.
blah blah blah. And basically, I mean, I came home later that day, so it felt just felt.
I can understand. I can understand. Well, yeah, that was it's the kitchen. He actually did the kitchen.
Yeah,
didn't he?
she did
He did the kitchen.
every down room in here.
Did every room, did he?
Did every room with the water and everything really.
Yeah. What about like cupboards and things? Did he delve into like an airing cupboard? Have you got like a?
We've got this
Yeah,
here,
did he
but
do that or?
I don't know. But I mean,
In retrospect, that could be the doorway to bigger
if
things.
that-
I don't know.
If that is-
Obviously not, but it could
I mean,
be.
if this. Good idea,
Be
but-
careful.
But if
Alright.
this is the doorway, then you're breaking on something here, and I could say it could be, but I don't know, because down there's the the border, and out there's there, but it could be. But if it is, they've now got a hard chance of basically. I didn't think of that. That's a bloody good question.
Oh wow, that's my job.
I may, hey, that's your job. A good question is you've got to break them in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to contact the police to make sure, but they're probably not needed. But like where my friend Ian is concerned, and what happened there, he had the whole he had it blessed, but he didn't have the water blessing, so to
Right.
speak.
So you've obviously.
I basically
Gone
turned
full hog on this.
full hog, just
Yeah.
boom.
That's good though. You can take
I
every
mean,
precaution.
Every down. I mean, whoa.
Alright, let's leave this now.
Yeah, please, you can go up
Okay.
and show the bedroom where what happened. So I can probably reenact some more reenactments. I mean, a few times, a while ago, I would be. Well, I remember you know, at the top of the stairs here, and I would actually see the black shadow go here and just go. This is a few months ago, and even when I'm in like in the kitchen,
Yes.
with coffee out there, and I see something just dark just past my head, I don't know what that is.
Right.
And
What about these? Yeah.
Oh,
these
that's
marks.
just the-
It's not teeth marks or
no,
like scratch marks or anything.
no, it is he and my dad a while ago tried getting the bed up, and he tried knocking his
Oh,
down
right,
out there,
I see. So
and burning against out
a
there.
valid explanation for that then. Okay, let's move
He
on.
wanted to move this up, but it was like because you know.
Cool. What about this? This is no nothing or
That might be just. I don't have a clue what the hell that is.
it's like blood, like stale blood, old blood. Is this the first you've seen of this?
I don't know what this is. Let me have a closer look.
This could be an exclusive.
I have no clue what that is.
No. All right, we'll go upstairs and maybe we can come back to that. Maybe get some tests, bring some
Definitely
different.
get some.
Yes.
It could be something. I mean,
Wow, you never know, do you?
you've never seen ever in this world.
No. Right, we're going into your bedroom now. It's one of the main bedrooms of the house. So obviously this is just a normal room, isn't it?
This
I
is a
mean,
normal bedroom. I mean, like
normal bed.
Basically, this was my bedroom, but in there now is basically my closet area. Forgot moving in. This is here temporarily, just like her Christmas present. Well, for her family, there.
Yeah.
Shit here. Basically, just I mean, I lost this my bed for about half a week because not worried about the presents here. It's just, but basically, it's out of the house, away from the PC, and just be out more, so to speak. But yeah, I mean, how everything happened. I mean, this door is shut here, like so, like that there, and I'll be say on my computer. Check it on again. I'll be on my computer typing away like blah blah blah. Like I said, you know, talking away, and all. I mean, out of nowhere. I mean, only what I hear is out of nowhere, 3 o'clock in the morning. and I think I go out here, I can see her. I'm like, oh, Dad, Dad.
Could you like
and like
maybe
he's
reenact
asleep.
from how he was, or
Well, basically he was asleep. Like he'll be like covered up of course, facing that way, and I'm like, I go back out. So I go back in to her room.
thank you.
Basically, I go back in, back to my computer, and as soon as I sit down, I go back, like out there. Then again, I will hear whack, again, boom. Then what I silly done, I got outside, and this light was off at the time there. Basically, I'm standing there, holding the police, I'm freezing my nuts up like so. And they come up there, and they two officers in one car, one in another, and they get the torches out and they say, "The front door locked, blah blah blah. Look around outside of the house and around the back." Yeah. I'm talking to one of the officers down here,
Right.
and my dad's in there. I thought, and I'm talking to him like what's going on out there. This light, well, not this light, but that lamp turns on.
Right.
Oh, my dad's awake, and I thought I'd be up right now, blah blah blah, do a little bit safe. I come up, I try and get my dad up. I think, Dad, I thought you'd be awake. Dad, 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 and what? Did you turn the light on? No, he buggery, turn off. And he thought I did it. And I turn the light off. I go back in. Here the first time. I'm out of here. I just went. I've got my coat out. I just went. That was it. Went straight up the hill here. I look back. I remember seeing like grey circular shapes in this window, here, and in the next room. And I thought, I'm gone. I'm fucking gone. That was it. Went to hospital and said what it was.
It's unbelievable.
Scared the fuck
You
out of
actually
me.
saw figures at the
I
window.
don't know. I remember seeing something was like here.
Shadows. More.
I don't know, but I got the whole Dougie. Basically got the whole place blessed. I thought, fuck,
Yeah.
am I missing that shit?
Understandable.
So I wasn't a full Christ believer a while ago, but now I am. I believe that He's here, He's protecting me, and I'm not gonna be like one of these fucking big old ass religious people. I do believe 100% that He's here to help. Found the light, and I thought to myself, yeah, that's the way to go. I remember, I've seen movies called, do you remember the St. Francis Experiment where there's one standing here, like out there, and she was screaming, it was spinning around.
Taking a look at your father's
Yep.
room. We've had a little look in downstairs, but I can see a couple other rooms if you
Yeah, sure, no problem.
take
Go
us
right, I'll
to
leave
them.
you.
Yeah.
Which room do you want to look at?
Well, the bathrooms, if
Sure.
that's possible. Thank you. You can see they're split into two here, the toilet and...
was going to happen to have I don't know, down there into one, but because
knock the house down.
no, what it is, the walls, whichever it is, in the bathroom area.
Walls are possessed.
I mean, nothing's happened here as far as I know. I know
What
that.
about... I mean...
That's just, it's wet up there.
Oh, I see.
Because it does need a new roof, because money up there, and it does need that. That's what so that there's for. It's not really majorly damaged there. It just needs to coat over. You need a new roof up there. It's just just old mold. It's getting pretty much there, but.
Oh, right, yeah.
Went to cheese last night.
There's no shower there.
No bath. I need it.
Couple of showers there. Oh, no, that's it.
I asked use a fucking, I don't know how long.
Yeah.
It's probably getting spooky, it's getting right down there.
Oh, no. Yeah, I suppose. Anything in here? Have you ever,
What's
just
that?
me being silly, but maybe shaving and you've opened them and shut it and there's been something standing behind? No, nothing? Never
no thing I've ever
felt a
done.
presence?
Can you, this here? Can you get the camera down here, get this film, that effect? Oh, I can now make you honestly freaky. I don't know how it works, but yeah. Does that come out?
Don't know. Shower all in with you.
So yeah, we've just come out of the bathroom. The toilet is pretty much smaller than the bathroom. Not lots really going on around here except for nothing there. It's kept quite well maintained, so I mean,
What can I say?
what I don't want to bring
this is
it up,
the-
but I mean, there's scratch marks there. I don't. Have they always been there? Or?
As far as I know, they're.
But I mean, what I'm saying is, how are scratch marks being? It looks like it's almost been dragged.
It's probably
Across.
maybe due to the fact that well, they probably the wood. I mean, if that is actual scratch marks, then it's been uncovered something there.
It possibly something crawling across the ceiling.
Could be. If it, I mean, was it like when this is like over? It'll be like pulled across or maybe from that. I don't know.
Possibly,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't
But
rule
yeah.
out something crawling across that ceiling.
I mean, I won't go there. I mean,
No.
whoa.
I mean, you don't know what's up there.
I mean, I wouldn't mean something like old toys, some old baby clothes, and just that the other. Not really
Yeah.
as much, really. Then back in the bedroom, or
It's not. Is there anything in that
ah,
room?
this
today?
is just my basically closet area, so to speak. Looks like TV mode, PC desk, clothing area, and stroke videos, non-porn. It is like a pet wall there, wardrobe here. That's my dad's wardrobe there, so to speak. This is basically this was my dad's old room. Was my old room. My bed used to be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is basically got that room there, and this here. If you're right, better for me to have like the two, so it's more easier for me in storage space and that.
Yeah,
Instead
of
of having
course,
in
of course.
that one room come like
Yeah.
that.
I see where you're coming from with this.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, we viewed this room. There's not really much to talk about in here.
true.
Um.
I mean, like what I did notice, things like they're all like jumped out. I don't know if my dad was sorting that or whichever, but like my Michael Myers mask was like behind some of the figures there, and I was like, Dad. I mean, I don't know if it was dad or whichever, but this mask was like right
You
behind.
actually putting it on?
I'll put it on, sure. That's the boogeyman.
God.
Me and my Michael Myers mask. And this here is quite hard to breathe. Like in 2003, on the stage at the Halloween convention. Man, it's hard to breathe in that thing. It's like a gas chamber without the gas. Yeah, I mean this was bought 2003 from Halloween 4.
Right. Is that the official?
I'm not sure if it's actual official because the actual official marks they're worth some money. Like the silver champagne no the silk. I think the what's the name Shamrock marks they're being pitched to about $400 to $600 for each one, and they're like, whoa,
Yeah.
maybe more. I'm not too sure.
I believe you.
But yeah, I mean like of but yeah. Into the
Yeah. Well, cut back to this room here.
Yeah, like I said, when Michael basically came in, put cross up, put up here, that's been there since. It's not been like, you know,
What does it say on it?
and it says the date where I can't see that. Can you read that date for me?
It says November 17th, 05. I'm guessing.
That's when it happened. Yeah, around that.
Was
date.
it? Yeah.
Yes. Okay, November 14th, roughly where the start date went. Yeah.
Right. I understand.
I also heard from around here. I've always heard like something with the box. Like I hear like out there. Like earlier, friend Mark Johnson heard a squeak here. I'm like, well, there must be some clothes there and whatever's there. Maybe something from one of the toys. I don't know.
That's pretty much tied up all the.
It's like all loose ends.
Yeah. Well said. In the upstairs. Is there anything else we need to really look at? What about outside? Is there anything? I mean, it didn't really take place outside, but
what I
nothing
do
to
have on Another thing which I don't know where it is on the CDR somewhere. When I was doing some photo opportunities, like from a friend Jen who was in New Jersey in the States, one where the not where the Queen Anne's building is, but the next one, the church,
Right.
where the steps where you did no, you know where it is. Where like I took a photograph and I see like little white thing with the two what's images. And I zoom on it and it's like a face.
What?
I'm not kidding you. I'm gonna have to do. I'm happy to show the photographers just finding it out. It's like so many photographs. I know the CDR is trying to dig out where it is there. I'll have to send you an email for that there or whichever.
Right. So you had a picture of this alleged sighting about the thing in New Jersey. So am I getting it out?
It's sure. From Flash magazines.
They don't sell it.
Oh, it's from a daily paper from I don't know, November the 6th. It's been in there.
Interesting read.
Yeah, well, maybe something there.
Yeah.
The image of well, I've got the CDR in here actually. I must have been looking at it earlier on today. Just kind of down here, my Barnstable images. These old pictures of Barnes which I've had for so long. Can't find the best one, no. Bridgewater by one bush road by class.
What's it called?
I'm trying to maybe just down the bottom here from the top. Maybe know where it is, maybe now. Red face. Queen. Nah, we're close. That the opposite of that one there. Here's the original. Just want to get a shot of that one. Right there. And if I zoom, you can get it still again. And that's what I got.
What the hell is that?
That's what I saw.
It's a bit like a face.
Exactly. I go a little bit more here, more again. There it is.
Is that the only one you've got?
I've got another which is close up, which is auto fixed. Maybe just up here. Maybe with a marker. Nope, must be on another disc, but that's what was there. Fuck, you irritating little twat. Ah, that's there. I said I've got the image which is there, but down there is the one without it being quote auto fit, so to speak, which basically means like if you get a photograph in here. As I do photo work, like basically remaster photographs as much as I could. Like say for instance, say you want like an auto fix image. Fuck off, you just fight. I say out there is like not auto fits. I go down to image and instant fits, where it will just. Well, basically that's not one there. Get one that needs like a lighting up. Like say this one here, for instance, with Kiss and Hulk Hogan. All the fits, and you see the difference. But then bring more tone, or if you want to line it up, or basically get your brightness there. You bring it up more, and you give it more contrast, and to try and bring it out level, which I did to the best of my ability. Because I use Photoshop, but I don't know how to use that properly. Plus, the one I've got is 5.5. Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
No worries. Also, on another note, photography, what I actually into.
Keen hobby then.
Very keen hobby. It's a bit like
hopefully taking it further.
I want to take pressure for camping. I can't remember. It's a bit grainy, because I mean, this needs. I think I maybe level over there. What's this?
What the hell's that?
I'm about to find out. And let me.
It's another exclusive.
So this, I mean, that there was an all fixed image from the master webcam. It was more grey, and that was in the morning about 8:30. And again, that's the snow out there. Just trying to look at this image.
No. That comes like
That
that.
one there. There we go. Something.
It's the same thing.
It's not the same, but it's different. That is weird.
I think they're appearing when you're. Have you ever? That is weird,
Both of
Mike.
that is fine.
That is weird.
Too weird for me. No? Aha. Then you just gotta.
Good friends there.
Yeah, just gotta send a. That's Nick. That's Nick there, best buddy. This photograph the other week said, "Oh, can you send those there to him?" I said, "Yeah, sure." I mean, like with photography with the stages that there. I mean, since this goes happening, I mean, I've been more better myself. Anxiety's gone to a certain degree, and yeah.
Well, we've seen some interesting footage there on Mike's computer. Maybe happening outside of this house as well. There's not a lot you can really say about those pictures. See, Mike has a keen interest on the internet, looking at poo.
Not interested photography, so that's
We're going to tie things up outside. Well, yeah, we've just wrapped up now our tour of Mike himself's house, and whether you believe it or not out there when you watch this footage, I personally have been touched by my experience here. I truly believe everything you've said, and I hope that this is the end of it for you.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
good luck in the future, yeah?
Definitely. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for that. Yeah. Cheers, Mike. Cheers.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. And over and out. Thank you. Goodbye.
Merci, my lord, with your mercy.